Anyway, we'll hand it over to you.
Let me know if it does it again. I know how to fix it.
Okay, yeah, sweet. We're just going to hand it over to you again, Shannon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Oh, I'll catch it. Oh, next. Oh, we're on the stage of yes anding. Okay. Is Cthulhu yes and or like a yes and you die? Really? Yes and now you're dead. So last time on Edge of Darkness, you got a letter. Oh no, you got called to the basically the deathbed of someone who asked for some help, and there was a box with a bunch of stuff in it. That they said that they unleashed something, right?
Yeah, there was a note in there that that was basically written to whoever found this box, and then there was also, I can't remember how we got that second handout, the journal. I think there was a small journal in the box as well. That's right.
I just forgot to mention it was on the next page. I didn't.
Yeah, and basically this sarcophagus that was in the box originally had like a piece of amber with a small arthropod in it, and the arthropod supposedly was the house of a bound Djinn, and they did with a D, and then they thought that it was a friendly or like a powerful but friendly being, and they did in 1877 in March they did this summoning, I guess, and the amber melted away and this creature appeared out of it, and one of the guys, like out of, I don't know, probably madness, went to give it a big hug for some reason, and it just like snapped his neck, just like twisted his head off and just like broke it.
Worst kind of hug.
Yep. Someone went mad.
Well, one of the worst.
Looks like someone got some kind of crazy manner of madness, and there was a pentagram that was around this amber that got like, I guess it was made out of some sort of powder or something, and he broke the pentagram, and this creature was able to escape and is now bound to this house. That's kind of what the journal stated, and that they don't know how to. They believe that if they had kept their wits about them, they would have been able to reverse it and put it back into the amber, but because everything got messed up and the pentagram was broken, that the Djinn sort of was free to roam in this house now, and he's just waiting for all of them to die before it will have the ability to leave and just cause some carnage outside of the house.
And Rupert Merriweather being the last surviving guy who was super sick in the hospital who we went to visit, so it doesn't feel like we've got much time to go in and save the day.
If in fact we can save the day and not get our necks broken.
Yeah, so what did Rupert Merriweather ask you to do?
He asked us to sort of do what we could not, and he could not, and he thought he was a coward because he didn't go back there to do the thing. But us being Society of Exploration of the Unexplained, we kind of have a obligation to go and fix it, since he was the founding father of our organization, and we're pretty awesome.
Right. That's right. Yes. So we got Jessie. Jessie.
Jessie Williams. Jessie Williams.
Pinkman Williams. It's hyphenated.
Jessie Pinkman Williams and Dr. Nevada Jones. That's right. Okay. All right. We're all set then.
I will say, so at the end of the last session, Nevada Jones went to go get some supplies from some shop, hardware shop. We had the internet cut out. Cthulhu caused the internet to stop for a bit, and I had to reconnect, and I missed a big chunk. And I came back, and within like 2 minutes, some sort of rolls had happened, and there had been, I guess the sarcophagus had been deciphered, I think it was.
Yeah, so...
is that what it was?
Yeah, so with Dr. Nevada Jones, he's got some background with archaeology,
Right.
and he wanted to have a look at the hieroglyphs on the box. And a roll could have actually occurred earlier when you were connected, but we didn't sort of address it at the time. So after he finished at the store, he had to take his own supplies to his house, which is a bit lame. Overnight, he spent some time looking at the hieroglyphs, and the roll on a D4 was a 1. 1 meaning 1 day, as opposed to what could have been up to 4 days long to look at the hieroglyphs.
Cool.
So yeah, when you dial back in, I guess that little bit of time would have passed, which is just us at our houses in the evening, and then we understood a little bit more of the hieroglyphs, which was he made some notes on the Seeker of Wisdom, which is handout 4. I can read out if you like.
Oh yeah, sounds yeah. Do that.
So Nevada's having a beer at home, looking at these hieroglyphs, deciphering them because he's an archaeologist, and this is what it says.
Yeah. So he's looking at it, and he's like flicking through some reference material, which is on his study, and drinking his beer. Servant. Yeah, servant. The chicken one. Jorg Sethleth. Yeah. Bacon it to the people, not bacon it. Deliverer of the people. No. Shit. No. Slaves of the water. What's the goat one? Bitch. No. Bearer of the spirits of Nalahoftep. Yeah. And then what's the little baby person one? Oh, it's child. Child of Thoth. Seeker of Wisdom.
Nice.
Happy with that. Jessie will be happy with that in the morning. I'm done now.
Shannon, by the way, I think your microphone is just like automatically, every time you're quiet, the game just shoots all the way up, and then when you start talking, it comes back down. So you got some sort of automated gain happening.
Have you got a pedal system you could use to sort of like throttle it off and on?
Yeah, maybe I just need to make constant noise.
That'd be good. That'd be great for people listening.
Boom, 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 boom.
Maybe like put it up to your heartbeat.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it'd be quite creepy.
Yeah,
in its own way. Well, I'll try and God knows.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so that's what Nevada Jones was doing at his home. He was solving the hieroglyphs. I don't know how much you got out of it, how much information you really derived, but I'll leave that up to you. But that's the words that are on the outside of the small sarcophagus, but on the inside, they're indecipherable to you.
Yeah.
They're not Egyptian.
Yeah, not hieroglyphs.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just turn down my gain. How about that?
Cool.
Okay, so Jessie, you went home as well. Were you doing anything?
I think Jessie probably would have just been sort of looking over that journal again, just trying to get any further information. He thinks I think what he's taken away from this thing is that if they can find this arthropod, maybe they can like stand on it and crush it, and that will destroy the thing that's attached to it. He's like, it's a long shot, and he's feeling like pretty nervous about this in general. Like someone's died.
Like arthropods.
Yeah, that and he doesn't like having his neck broken by invisible beings. I think are the two main things. Yeah. But I think he's also going to take a look over that tome that they stole, De Vermius Mysterious, even though even though it's going to take like months or whatever to really get into this, he's still just going to spend a couple of hours just looking it over.
Yes. Yeah, I think it'll take a lot of study because you have
Yeah.
to learn Latin,
Yeah.
etc.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
In a couple of hours, you
Pages
could probably
to it.
get a few pages.
He's just learning 3 Latin words tonight at home. Vermius and mysterious, and then just one other one.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to figure out what
the
these
other
could
one was.
mean.
Unum.
Yeah. He's actually learning Pig Latin, which isn't coming in very handy at all.
Oh, imagine if it was written in Pig Latin. That'd be so great. Just figured it out. Hold on a minute. Ixnay on the Thule. Okay. So, all right. So you're studying your handout there.
Yeah.
So we'll say it's the morning breaks. Or do you have any sleep, or you stay up all night?
Oh no, yeah, he'll be getting some sleep. Although I think it'll probably be a bit of a restless sleep. Just everything's been a bit weird, and it's in his mind.
Reduce your HP by half.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Sleep in this game is very authentic.
Yeah,
You just feel ruined the next day.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the next morning. Let's say 7:30, and you hear a knock on your front door there, Jessie.
Oh. Okay, he's gonna. He's like trying to put his hair into place. He's got a bared head, and he opens up the door just to see who's outside. He doesn't check. He just opens it up.
Okay, well, it's Cthulhu.
Fuck, I'm really, and with half HP as well. Damn it. What sort of time? What time in the morning is it?
7:30.
Oh, okay. He's like rubbing his eyes. He's had a pretty bad sleep. He's like, oh.
All right.
Opens up the door. It's got like half awake.
Telegram.
Oh, thank you.
Telegram for Jessie.
That's me. As it says on my name badge for some reason.
Yes. The messenger hands it over. It's an envelope and says, "Good day, sir," and then leaves. Off with more telegrams.
Opens it up.
You open it, and there's a message from the head of the SEU saying, "Dear Jessie, I regret to inform you that Rupert Merriweather has died last night."
Oh man.
End. Stop.
that's it. Shit. I think Jesse's just like has that just dread wash over me, like he goes cold with dread. Okay, and he's just gonna get his stuff together. I think the original plan was to meet Nevada Jones at like 10:30 at the bus station. But I think instead he's just going to get his stuff together and head to Nevada's place. Yeah.
Right. Yep. Okay. Head on over there, and within a few minutes' time, you arrive at Nevada's stately manor.
Just down the road. Just rapping on the door.
Listen.
Okay.
Nevada's gonna like reach by his bed's table and see if there's any whiskey or beer. No, there's nothing. Ah, useless. He's gonna slowly like pry himself out of bed. He's still wearing yesterday's clothes. But they were so comfortable. They helped me with hieroglyphy. He's gonna amble to the front door and open it up. Hey.
And Jesse now is fresh-faced. He's even had a quick chance to shave that morning before he disappeared out the door. He's just holding the telegram up. It's just like pushing it into Nevada's hands. And before Nevada really gets a chance to read it, he's like, Rupert died last night. He's gone.
Oh, it does explain the morning call. Come in, Jesse. Have coffee, have a whiskey. I don't know. Come in.
Do we even need to do this now? Now that he's dead, that's kind of...
I think that the honor of the SEU is on the line. Like, we did promise this guy, like you especially, made out like we were going to stop at nothing to get this done. So, I
remember that a
we
little
can still do
differently.
this. Oh, come in. Look at the supplies I got.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Nevada's going to lead him into the living room where there's just going to be a pile from everything he got from the general store yesterday afternoon, and a couple of random things from his house that could be potentially useful, which if the keeper is acceptable to, he's going to have 5 spoons.
5 spoons.
Yeah, 5 bread and butter knives.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds like a bit of a stretch that you'd have these in your home.
Maybe one of each then? Like,
No, I'll go with 5. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Butter
And
knives.
5 forks as well.
5 forks.
And he points to the list and he describes them in a little bit of detail for Jessie. This is a knife. We've got salt, petrol, rope, nail, hammer, mirror, steel pot, jar with a lid too. That was only 29 pence. So it's good.
Right.
We've got some gloves, green paint.
What do we need the green paint for?
I'll be doing the painting.
What are we doing this house up?
We need to be prepared. Like the last jokers who went in there, they all got killed, right? So that's not going to happen to us. We are going to have every possibility sorted. Well, at least what we can do before 10 a.m. this morning. Rat poison, got an axe, got 36 shots for my 38 special. I was thinking, should we take blankets as well? I wasn't sure. What do you think, Jessie?
Yeah, if you've got some... I only brought like myself and my baseball bat. I didn't even... How long are we planning to go out there for?
The tome. You brought the tome too, I hope.
No, that thing is way too... I can't make out any kind of words in that anyway. It's all in Latin. I don't think that's...
Did you do a quick flick through, see if there's any diagrams?
There were no pictures.
Like...
No, nothing. There was like some imagery in there, kind of a bit like unsettling kind of imagery. But I didn't understand any of what was going along with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's written in blood.
Right, yeah. I think all of the drawings were in blood.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Some of it
well, maybe we'll
off.
farm that out to one of the juniors in the SEO and they can we'll just read the abstract.
But but you did mention that yes,
the audio version.
They yeah, still in Latin though, and he can't understand. You mentioned them all dying. This is all of them dead now. This spirit said that once they were all dead, it was going to be free to roam and feast. I think it said feast.
Feast does remind me of. It doesn't, but I just wanted to segue. Come check out these hieroglyphics.
Okay.
Come up here. Look. This one, the little person, but it's like a sub person.
Mm-hmm. That means child, right? That's the only one I know. That's literally the only because it looks like a small person. That's the only one I knew.
Okay, what about Thoth? You must know this one.
Don't know that one.
Well, it was Thoth.
No,
so
literally just child.
So servant, son of Yog Seleth. You gotta
really
deliver of the people, slaves of the water, bearer of the spirits of Hotep. Hotep's down. Child of Thoth, seeker of wisdom. So.
What do you get from that? I don't really... Deliver of the people of water? Is that what you're saying?
That's right. I'm thinking it's very relevant, but maybe something we add in the post notes after this adventure is sorted. Like
you think the spirit has got like, because the amber thing would have been inside the sarcophagus, right? So you think the child of, what was it, Thoth?
That's right, Thoth, yeah.
Do you think that was what got like escaped from the Samba?
I kind of feel like they ran out of room. Like,
okay.
A bit more context would have been great.
A little bit
potentially more. At this house on Boone Road, we might have some additional artifacts, maybe some books, and we can weave it together. So we've got that. We've got our nice hardware. I'm going to go drop a number 2, and then we'll go, eh?
Okay, well, I'll just wait out here. How are we getting all of this stuff onto the bus?
You're a young man. You've got those little arm things on the end of your torso. And that's why I thought blankets, Jessie. We can wrap
them up. Yeah. Okay.
I do have a duffel bag under the thing. I'll be back. I just got to prioritize this.
Well, he's taking number 2. Jessie's like just in the kitchen organizing some breakfast for the both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
whiskey on toast. I should have asked how many liters of paint.
2 liters.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is strange because we're in America, so that
It should be gallons, right?
yeah.
Well, we're using liters and pence apparently, so
Yeah. It did explain
Well,
why he
authentic.
got a funny look from the guy in the general store. I want 2 liters of
I'll pay you in the
this.
Great British pounds.
Oh, Jesse, I feel like a new man.
Okay, that's
Well,
great.
maybe a slightly. Anyway, that smells delicious.
Mm.
Tell me, what have you created in my house, Jesse?
It was just eggs. There was just some eggs in the fridge.
I like
Chicken
they have
eggs?
I hope so.
an impressive amount of smell for eggs.
Small sparrow eggs for some reason.
Oh, well,
Yeah. I don't know what
Snake
they.
eggs.
I don't know why they were in your fridge, but
they're cheaper. Like, my neighbor's got this really big tree, and if you no
Oh.
chicken eggs. There's just
Okay.
a small chicken egg.
I just don't know
Okay.
what chicken eggs look like. So
Yeah. What are these? Why can't I hold all these lives? Okay. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it. Should we prepare? to
yeah, I think
head
the
off?
next little bit is just them having breakfast, getting prepared, and heading to the bus station. And I don't know. I don't know if there's anything we really need to do before getting to our destination of Boone Road.
It's up to you. The bus is coming in about 2 hours.
Okay.
Have we got something that we can make a pentagram out of?
We've got paint. We've got quite a bit of cutlery. We've got a knife. We've got an axe. We can like chop, scratch things into the wood if necessary. Because if you scratch it into the floor, well, then if you trip over it, you're not going to undo the line, are you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if it needed to be destroyed part of the pentagram. It doesn't say what the pentagram was made out of. Like, I don't know if it needs to be a specific thing. I know that there was like some powder that was needed to see it, but it was pretty... It's not the kind of thing we're just going to find.
We do have a pound of salt as well. We could
Chalk.
cut it.
Chalk. It was chalked on the floor. Chalk
Give
is
a pound of salt.
Yeah,
We can
it's
just
the
use
same.
It's the same. It's basically the same. I put some chalk on your eggs, so it's basically the same.
Did explain the aftertaste.
Do you have chalk? Are you saying you got chalk or?
I don't have chalk. Do you have chalk, Jesse?
We could probably quickly jump into the university, and I mean, we've already stolen a time. We can probably steal some chalk
Yeah, I like that.
just on the way.
It's on the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do
Okay.
that. I reckon we can get in, and I can grab some chalk.
How much petrol have you got?
Two normal units of measurement in America of petrol. Like
Gallons.
one of those like little mini jerry cans.
A mini jerry can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough to splash around. Enough to pour on ourselves if we...
How about some paper?
Oh, okay. Do we need some paper?
Yeah. Like, I think, we might, unveil some mysteries and whatnot. We can make some notes of our,
A blank
of our
paper.
discoveries. Here's some blank paper.
Okay. We're
I think
taking
a few.
we're taking quite a lot. We should have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can wrap this up in blankets.
Did you find that duffel bag, Jesse?
Yes. It was
Nice.
in your spare room with all the other...
Don't worry about the
really-
smell.
Mm,
Yeah, don't worry
there's a
about
lot of very questionable things in that spare room.
it. Yeah. That's why it's the spare room, right? Like, if I put it in my room, people would ask questions.
There were a lot of full duffel bags, actually, which was... I just grabbed the empty one, though.
I might need you to sign a waiver, actually.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Archaeology is a bit of a,
It is. I've heard that.
the little, yeah.
Okay.
How about
the bus is approaching
Okay.
steadily.
Okay,
You feel
yeah.
like
I think
the
we're
bus
ready.
Maybe going to show up soon. So on the way, you go get some chalk.
Yeah, we're gonna,
Yeah.
and he's just gonna like crush that down into a powder as well. Just keep that in a little bag.
He's going to
little
crush all
baggie.
the chalk.
So he's gonna make like a little baggie of chalk,
A little baggie of chalk.
so he can like.
Gonna get pulled up by the police. That's right. Who the fuck? And you could say it's chalk. Who the fuck carries around a little baggie of crushed chalk?
And Jessie is killed.
Pulling anyone. Okay, so that's it because the bus is about to arrive. Just wondering if there's anything you wanted to do in town. That's it. I mean, you've done plenty. I'm not saying you should do anything. I'm just this is your last call before the bus arrives.
I think I'm happy, Jessie.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Let's just chat on the bus on what our plan is, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can. I was just gonna. I didn't have a plan. I was just gonna go in. But now that you've said that we need a plan, I think I'm a little nervous that we hadn't really discussed a plan.
Should we hop on the bus and then while we're on the way there, the journey takes a given period of time. By the time we arrive, we'll be well set. How's that sound?
Okay, sounds good.
Well, you're by the bus stop and you hear the distinctive rumbling of the bus going around the corner and heading towards your bus stop.
Okay, I'm amazed by bus technology, to be honest. Most people are still using like horse-drawn carriages for the most part, and here is a bus.
Buses
This
are
is
great.
a horse-drawn bus.
Oh, it's a horse-drawn. Okay, great. So it's more of a hooves on road sound that we're hearing from
An omnibus. That's what they used to be called, isn't it? Omnibus. I think that's true.
You take these heavy ones, Jessie. I'll take the duffel bag. It's a bit more comfortable for my shoulders. And let's hop on.
All right. And he's going to secure the bags full of stuff onto the roof of the omnibus. Is that if that's where it goes?
Yeah. Cobb and Co used to run them in New Zealand. I'm not lying there.
Oh, damn.
They were,
Oh,
yeah, that's why they have that wagon wheel as their
cool.
Oh, there we go.
logo.
That's
now,
cool.
well, formerly a middle of the range restaurant. Okay.
All right.
All right, you're on the bus, and it's going to take about 2 hours to get there.
Nice.
Well, actually, maybe less than that, an hour and a half, an hour, depending on how the horses feel. And it's heading out, it's only a few miles west of Arkham, and you can see the scenery going by. You leave the bustling city of, it's not really that bustling, the small city of Arkham, out into the countryside. So I don't know if you want to discuss a plan, you can, but
Dr. Navarre Jones is just going to make sure there's no cautious ears on the bus that might spoil his plan.
Yeah, is the bus full?
Yeah, it's half full,
Okay.
if that.
Okay.
Just kind of looking around it.
Mostly elderly people.
Okay.
Right.
They won't be able to hear us.
Yeah. Jessie, I think go into the house. Quick. I'll carry the axe, you carry the baseball bat. Put an end to it, and then we can document our findings.
Yeah, I like the enthusiasm. I don't know if we're going to be able to like just axe and baseball bat an invisible...
Jessie.
An invisible spirit.
We've got the salt. We've got that chalk. We throw it. It'll settle. You know, like that film I've got at my house that I don't clean very well.
Right. right. Well,
Okay. Hey! The horse-drawn omnibus pulls up in Ross's Corner, which is what you have to go. It's It's
that's where we want to be.
on the way to. This is where the
Okay.
bus stops.
Oh,
Nice.
It's a couple of miles away from your destination, you think. It's a hamlet located a few miles west of Arkham. Ross's Corner consists of a few tired buildings and homes. The prosperity of the local farms has long been in decline. No more than 40 people live here, a church, a combination general store, post office and gas station, and a milk depot, community centres. So, okay, boys, this is your stop, Ross's Corner.
Thank you, my good man. Have an extra cent for your trouble. Appreciate it.
Your kindness knows no bounds. A whole cent.
So what? Sorry, what? Can you just relist some of those places that are in
Sure,
Ross's
sure.
Corner?
There's a church.
Okay.
This is what you see as you're driving in there. A combination general store, post office, and gas station.
Oh yeah.
And a milk depot.
Okay. I don't think we're going to need the milk depot anytime soon, but I think
Population 40.
40 people. Shit. Okay.
Yep.
I think.
Rural.
How close are we to the general store? Like, I'm imagining the bus stop like stops at the general store, right? Does that make sense, or is it just?
Yeah.
I think Jessie's a bit nervous since Rupert died, since the news of Rupert's death, and he's a little bit worried that maybe this thing isn't constrained to the house anymore. And he's like, Nevada, I think should we just pop into the store and just see if there's been any word of anything weird happening overnight, just in case.
I like that idea, Jesse. And we'll grab some lunch.
Okay, yeah. Those sparrow eggs didn't really fill me up.
I know, right? It's disappointing some mornings, but you cook them very well. Yeah, let's head down to the general store. How about when we get there, you wait outside with the bags, and I'll go in and talk to them, because then it won't look like you're thieving everything from the general store. Well, what do you think?
Right. Okay. Well, we have just kind of got these wrapped up in blankets, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can swap. We'll get a couple of different angles on the place. How's that sound?
If we feel the need to do that, absolutely, we can do that. Yeah.
Because we're outsiders here. They might not fully disclose what's going on. So
I can't even remember the last time I've been out of Ross's Corner.
Yeah, it smells weird out here.
Like your room, like that spare room.
Yeah, but I do ventilate it a couple of times a month.
More horsey out here.
Yeah, it is actually quite horsey.
Dusty. So it's dusty. It's horsey.
Off the bus now.
Cool.
Well, have a good day. The door shuts and off it goes.
All yours, Nevada. Just head in.
Yeah, let's walk in. So Nevada makes the walk with Jessie to the general store and unloads the duffel bag. I'll put it next to Jessie, just outside of sight of the general store, and then strolls in to talk to the clerk inside.
Right. Okay. It's a reasonably large building because it's also a gas station and a post office and all that sort of thing. It's got all the supplies that all these farmers need. But it's pretty empty apart from a woman standing behind the counter. She glances up at you, frowns, and then looks down at her papers that she's looking at.
Top of the morning. How are you doing today? I'm wondering from the right place. This is Ross's Corner's general store. You got some pretty good things. How's it going? Anything happening lately? How are you? Good morning. Hi.
Yep. This is the general store, she says.
Yeah.
That's what it says on the sign.
Yeah, I love signs. What's your most popular product that you go through here? Like quantity, people come in, they buy it, they're happy customers. I want one of those, please.
I suppose that would be flour.
Yes. I will have 2 pounds of flour,
some
please.
flour.
2 pounds. One for me,
2
one for
pounds
me.
of flour.
Yeah. You're like, and how are you? You did you sleep well last night? Like, how's it going?
What are you asking about last night for?
Well, I'm a talkative guy. I don't like decisions. And I like flour, so. Okay. 2 pounds of flour, and he puts some coins on the table.
It looks like you're passing through your What brings you to Ross's corner?
Oh, the university, not far away.
The what? The university?
University with all the learnings and the books for
city
miles.
Over the
Yeah.
hill, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just going past and he's just going to pay and walk out.
And Jessie's like looking in and just watching not much happening inside the
Well,
store.
can you roll either a charm or a fast talk?
Yeah, we're going to go fast talk. He does not feel like he's charming.
Because you were doing charming and fast talk.
Failure. That's appropriate. He Dr. Nevada Jones is even going to miss with a couple of the coins, so some of them fall on the floor, and he's not going to pick them up. He's just going to walk out. Thanks for the fill hour.
Take it and leave.
Okay.
So, as Jesse's outside, he sees other people walking by, a few people, and they're looking quite dour, unsmiling, giving you suspicious glances.
I think while Nevada Jones is inside doing that, Jesse's going to try and, if anyone gets sort of close by, he's just going to be saying, "Hey, good morning," to putting on a bit of a smile to anyone who's like walking past. Obviously, not many, but he is trying to just get the attention of at least someone. He's trying to use his charm to try and encourage someone over to just see how everyone's doing. He wants to find out if anything weird's happened in the last 24 hours, basically.
Okay, yeah, they're all keeping their distance if they can, and they're, like I said, they're looking at you suspiciously, and you haven't seen a smile the whole time you've been here. Can you both roll psychology?
Sure.
Yes.
It's a fail from... Oh no, it's a success for me.
Nevada Jones remembers he didn't put it on deodorant.
41 versus 50.
Okay, all right, this is a success. You can tell from your psychology skills that it's something besides just proverbial Yankee reticence. They're not just like this all the time. It seems like something's got to them. So you were trying to so choose either charm or fast talk.
I think we'll go charm. I think I've got some good points in charm. I get to tick psychology as well. All right, charm. Rolling, and 91 versus 50. It's not good. That is a fail. He's trying, but he's stumbling over his words, and he's kind of, excuse me, and he's putting on a smile, and people are just ignoring him as he's trying to interject.
Well, even if people do talk to you, you are mostly met with not much info. You can always push rolls, but just to remind you that you can do that. But something bad happens if you fail a push roll.
I'm going to charm. He's going to come on a little too strong with one of the farmers, big burly farmer guy, that he's going to try and try his hardest. He's motioning down at some of his tools. He's just here for a bit of a job. Just want to check out what's going on in the neighborhood. So he's going to use his charm. Push again. 34 versus 50. That is a success.
Well, congratulations. All right. That's a success of a charm, is it?
Do I tick it if it's a push? You do, right?
I think so.
It's only when you use luck that you don't. Is that right?
I will just say yes for this time. I'll check the rules, but I think you do.
Okay, cool.
Actually, I'm not sure if you do, but we'll see.
I'm just going to do it.
Okay, so you use your charm on the burly farmer man, and he just blows you off. It's like,
whoa, hot!
Get out of here, city.
Damn, he really did use his charm. He gets blown off.
However, the woman from inside the general store, from behind the desk, she hears you being polite and charming, and you hear the voice behind you, and she says, "Don't worry about them. They can be a little bit, they're upset. That's all.
What are they upset about?
Last night, a woman from that we all know very well, she has disappeared, and we haven't seen her. She hasn't returned home, so people are worried and a little bit suspicious of people in town that they don't know.
My friend and I, we're here to sort of. There's a house. Something weird happened there decades ago, and we've been told to come and check it out. And I don't think it's any coincidence that something bad happened here in the last 24 hours. What was the name of the lady that's gone missing?
Maggie McFurter. With a PH. Furter.
Okay. What does she look like? Do you mind? Is it okay? Are you okay? Are you okay to talk to me about this kind of stuff?
Yeah, I could talk about it. And I'm sorry for. And she looks over at Nevada and says, "Sorry for being so rude before."
It was quite all right. I'm an asshole in the morning.
It's just, and Jessie notices 2 bags of flour that you're carrying. Okay.
Yeah. She can smell the booze as well. Maybe I don't know. What was the question?
What did she?
What does Maggie
look like?
McFurter look like?
Yeah.
She's a typical woman, and she's like
Boobs.
35.
Yeah. 35?
Yeah, boobs. Yeah, she's wearing a dress. She's fond of horses. I imagine she was. Well, I heard that she was going out looking for a horse, but it hasn't come back. But her horse has.
Do you know where she went looking? Not Boone Road, was it?
Not exactly. Oh, Boone Road. You're talking about a property. You talking about the one out in Boone Road?
There's a bit of an old house down out Boone Road. Probably hasn't had anyone living in it for decades.
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah, it's yeah, no one's been there. Some people say it's haunted, but it's nonsense. It's been paid for. They pay their rates.
The good news is that it may not be haunted anymore. But never mind. It just looks at Nevada.
Oh, don't worry about Jesse. He's one of those young people.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Boone Road runs north out of town, and then you turn left down path some 2 miles hence, and the path comes just after an old lightning damaged tree that stands by the roadside. That's where the house is, Old Boone Road. It's owned by a Rupert Merriweather.
He passed last night, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've never seen him in my life. I only know his name, but that's unfortunate. Please pass on my condolences to you, family of the.
We've been sent by the family, to just make sure all his affairs are in order and whatnot. But I appreciate the information. You're doing us a favor. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Was Maggie? Was she a nice lady? Was she what sort of?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Was she liked?
Yeah, that's why everyone's so upset.
Okay. He's just making some notes and trying his best to just get as much information from her as possible, so that should they meet Maggie, it's obvious. Get as much as possible.
We'll definitely keep an eye out for her, and if we see her, we'll send her straight back to town.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
We
and
might even
anytime you need
escort
to
her.
buy some flour, I'll be
Thank
here.
you.
What were you saying? Sorry.
Oh yeah, we could even escort her back to town.
Oh, that'd be much appreciated.
Thank you.
Can always call the local police.
You got
If you see them.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Or as a policeman, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. All right. She goes inside and tries to sell some more flour. Anyone
Yeah, good.
walks in.
Jesse, well done. I bungled that royally, and you scooped us right out of the butthole back up to the mouth. Thank you.
I haven't heard that term before, but I think that is
Yeah, it's a Egyptian one. I
right
pulled
from
out
the
the wrong
books.
moments.
From the
It's,
books.
the little diagram with the little. Anyway,
Yeah.
should we head off?
Yeah. I'm really worried that this Djinn, if it exists, if this thing is real, I'm worried that with Rupert passing, its reach is much further than just the house now.
It's possible, but most of the time this sort of stuff isn't quite how it's written in the stories, right? Like for this adventure, I'm gonna make it pretty good. Like we have already, saved quite a few people's lives at this point, I think.
Maybe. All right. Is there anything else you want to do before we get to? I've got the instructions here. Head north, turn left, and then we go down there until we find the lightning abused tree, and then the house is right there.
Yeah, I think we head straight out there.
Okay.
Like 2 miles is quite a way, and we want to get settled in, and we can always come back to town if necessary later. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Jesse's just going to kind of make note of where, if he can see like where the local police station might be, just in case, just to keep it mentally at hand.
Oh yeah, it's you spot it. It's just a small shack, basically.
No matter if anything goes wrong, we're heading back here for backup. Okay.
Yeah, that's responsible of you, Jesse. I like it.
Okay.
And he's going to pick up the duffel bag and start.
So you guys are carrying all this items for 2 miles?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tiring walk, but I think we got this sorted.
Give me a strength roll.
Yeah. Failure. 78 versus 60 for Dr. Nevada Jones. It's that shoulder. I didn't stretch this morning.
15 versus 70 for me.
You got a hard success. So a failure, and then Jesse got a hard success. Pretty good, 50. Okay, let's say you get a penalty die on your next strength roll, Nevada.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jesse, you have no problem whatsoever.
Cool.
You march up, look like a good Boy Scout. Just carrying a whole bunch, like 2 liters of paint, or like
Just
20 kgs of flour, knives and forks out of your kitchen, petrol, pounds of salt, 36 rounds of ammo, an axe, a mirror, rope, a pot, jar with a lid, got gloves, 2 liters of paint. I don't know if I said that. Brush, rat poison.
Okay.
And a small baggie of chalk and a baseball bat.
Okay, great. Baseball bat's on his back. He's got a liter of paint in each hand, and then under his arms and over his shoulders, he's got everything else.
Dr.
Beautiful.
Nevada Jones
Okay.
start off in the front and then just let Jesse pass him and slowly just get further and further behind. He's like, son of a bitch. All right. Thank you, Jesse.
All right, I'm going to move us to. It happens to be a map.
We've got a map.
Yeah, is that showing up for you?
Yeah, it certainly
that's
has.
All right, so yeah, an actual map.
Nice.
Luxury.
Oh, Jesse, this has got to be the place. What do you think?
Yeah. So what are we seeing here?
Okay, so you walk down the road, the dusty old road, and as you walk, things start to get a little bit more dour and colder, I suppose. It's autumn. The clouds are a little bit darker here. The ancient farmhouse sits back away from Boone Road down an overgrown path. So as you get to that lightning-struck tree, you look down the path, which was basically the driveway to the old farmhouse. The investigators note an old dead tree, blackened by a lightning strike in years past, which marks the turn-off for the path in the farmhouse. The farmhouse becomes visible after travelling along the path through the trees. The road is wide, weed-grown gravel track leading to the farmhouse and to the remains of a large barn, which you can see at the back there. So two buildings. The barn's bigger than the house. So the house is of an 18th century slat box design with a high peaked roof and windows flanked by sagging shutters. While most of the windows are broken, the ones still intact are filthy and resemble frosted glass due to the years of dirt and dust. It's a single-story structure. The roof is a little bowed, but all the shingles are intact. The whole place exudes a strange and unsettling atmosphere. There's no bird songs in the trees, just the sound of the many branches swaying in the breeze. It's as if the house has been waiting for you for many years.
Jesse's feeling really uncomfortable. Just the walk's been pretty tiring, even with that successful roll. He's feeling pretty worn out, and a little concerned now that I think he's noticed the lack of birds in this area. Because I have a bad feeling about this, Nevada.
Yeah, this duffel bag is terrible. Like, and this. Let's go in, get this stuff off our shoulders, and then we can figure out it. Yeah, come on. And Dr. Nevada Jones is gonna bowl down the path with his mind focusing on his shoulder.
Okay.
And gonna unload his duffel bag in the. Is there like a front porch area?
Yes, there's a front porch. So as you get up close, you pass the remains of an old porch swing that's on a tree, but the chains they've long fallen off from the swing itself and just swaying in the breeze, rusty clankings hitting the side of the tree. There's a little bit of a porch and you see the front door there. On your right is a old garden plot, and then there's a well just to the right of the front door. So I've just got some totally normal lighting.
Yeah, it looks great. All right, Jessie. All right, let's and Dr. Nevada Jones is going to open the door and walk in and dump the stuff into the first part of the house there.
Oh, the front door is locked.
Stupid.
Was there a key? Oh, yeah, there was a key. And he's dropping everything. He opens up that little box that had the sarcophagus. He was like, I don't know why I put it back in the box. I should have just put it in my pockets, but let's give this a try.
Jessie, you're a star. Appreciate it. And Dr. Nevada is going to take the key, just polish it a little bit for no reason, put it in the door, and then try the lock.
You unlock the door easily, and it swings open with a rusty creak. It's dark inside. I might move you to the interior. If I can do this correctly. Oh, your icons are always in the way. So, all right. There you are.
Oh.
And there you are. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you see a table, and should I describe it, or did you have a question then?
I was going to say, as Nevada is just polishing up the key and starting to unlock it, Jessie's just going to amble over to the well with just nothing sort of other than just a quick interest in it. Can he see the bottom of it, or?
Yes, deep down you can see the glistening of some water, light reflecting off it. However, the rope and the bucket have long since deteriorated and fallen in.
Okay.
Okay, so inside the house. Okay, so stepping through the front door of the farmhouse, the front room is dirty and long untouched. A foul odor greets the visitors. That's you two. Dust lies thickly on the furniture and empty shelves, while dead leaves and detritus cover the floor. An iron stove rests against the wall, the ventilation pipe still connected to the outside. There is a round table with chairs near the stove. The wooden floor is warped and stained, the result of water leaking through the roof and the ceiling. Rot has eaten away at a table, an old couch, and a matching wing chair. Perhaps these mouldering pieces of furniture are the source of the foul odor in the room. Near the entrance to the second room, so there's a room to the west, is a narrow opening in the floor, revealing a steep flight of steps leading down to a cellar.
Wow, this place is pretty rank, Jesse. Let's leave the door open, eh?
Yeah.
It smells like rotting meat, amongst other things.
And you said, so the stairway down to the cellar, is it in this main room? Is that these sort of stairs here? Or is it?
Yes, that's it.
All right. Okay.
Oh, Jesse, let's open these windows if we can, eh? This is gross.
What's happening in the? Yeah. Well, most of the windows are broken. Is that right?
No, most of them are intact, but they are dusty and not much light comes through.
Yeah, we're going to go around and open up some of these windows if possible.
Yeah.
Okay, you creakily open them up to get some fresh air in. You notice that above the on the lintels of the windows, there's carving. There's a little carving of like a sigil or something. You know about sigils being as part of the Society of the Unexplained. Some sort of symbol. You might be able to find that out. Read it later on if you want to. But it's not in English.
Dr. Nevada Jones is going to rustle through his memory and see if it's anything he can pick up from his years of archaeology study.
Okay. I will
So,
roll archaeology or anything that you think would match, if you're good at
it's always
the occult.
archaeology. Extreme success. 8 versus 17 on archaeology.
Okay, so yeah, you instantly recognize it as a warding symbol. I wonder how much you know about warding.
Jesse, look at this. Look at this. Wardius Unius Maximus. That's a classic warding sigil.
Warding from what? Like, does that ward things from coming in, or?
Some of the cultures that much older than ours use them, and states of panic or trepidation for various different situations. So the last occupants of this house have definitely done this on purpose. You don't accidentally draw a sigil of this clarity with a warding, primary focus like that. You don't slip and do that, do you, Jesse?
Can you roll occult, both of you?
Oh, yeah. Occult. It's going to have to be a pretty damn good roll. That's a failure from me.
Failure.
Well, you do know that they are symbols of power, Nevada. So to ward away otherworldly spirits, but you don't know exactly what kind or anything like that.
I think it ties into what you found in that journal. They thought there was some sort of Djinn going on. They got the sigil of the warding. They weren't completely unprepared. Not like us, of course, but we got to start somewhere.
Also, as you entered the front door, you also saw hanging on the next to the door was a small oil lamp, just hanging off a nail. Looks old.
Okay. Jesse's like thinking, wait, there was something's missing here, and he's gonna walk into the other room as well. He's looking up towards the ceiling. There's meant to be an attic. They said something about hearing it in the attic. Is there any? Can he see any signs of how he could get into an attic?
Sure. Okay, so you step into the back room. The back room has a comfortable armchair in one corner, while a table stands against a wall beneath the rear window. An old walking stick lies on top of the table. The fireplace is large and made of grey stone. There's a door at the back, top left there, leading out to outside, which heads off to the barn that you saw.
Right.
A trapdoor set in the middle of the ceiling overhead looks to lead to an attic space. The wooden frame surrounding the trapdoor, it is decorated with the same occult carvings seen over the doors and windows of the house. Can you roll a spot hidden, or both of you?
Sure. 80 versus 50. That's a fail from Jesse. He's just enamored by this, like the state of this place, I think.
Dr. Navarre Jones's eyes straight to something that sparks his interest.
Yeah, you spot muddy boot prints on the floor, coming from the back door.
Maggie!
Recent...
What?
Mags! Megalinudo!
McFurter, I think it'll not. Yeah, close.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to think of him. yeah. You don't hear anything, but can you both roll a listen?
Yes. We're failing all over the place. 68 versus 20.
Just as Jessie tries to listen, no, Maggie!
Yeah.
Look, Jessie, these footprints, these aren't decades old at all. Look.
Yeah.
Did you both get failed for listening?
Yeah,
oh, you
Yeah,
did.
we did. Just as Nevada started listening, Jesse's like, "Oh, Maggie!" as well.
Yeah. Maggie was her name, right? Magdalene. Yeah.
So you see the muddy footprints that look quite recent, but you also see that the fireplace on the western wall near the door that you're looking at contains the embers of a recent fire, possibly lit within the last day. There's a thick wool blanket tossed beside the fireplace, and there's an empty can of Campbell's pork and beans lying nearby, with a dirty tin spoon that looks like surplus from the Great War sticks out of the can.
Why would anyone have been here?
Yeah, bean. Pork and bean.
Pork and bean. Why would anyone
with
pork and
traces
bean here?
of the sauce are still liquid and look relatively fresh.
We got squatters here, Jessie.
Drug dealers again.
Yeah. I think that's confirmed it. So,
and over on that table to the north, there's a whole bunch of crap on that table as well.
Yeah. So we didn't hear anything after we called out for Maggie. Where were these footprints headed?
To the north.
You failed your listen. But, the footprints look like they've come in and out of that door at the top left, the back door.
Oh, yeah.
And have been all around this room and probably in the other room by the looks of it.
Is there any reason for this map anyway why this door is ajar? Was it ajar when we got in here, or?
Yes, it's ajar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And this on the ground here, is that someone's sleeping?
That is I think that's the blanket.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
We saw that with spot hidden.
Yeah.
And that table on that you're standing next to, well, you're both standing next to the table at the top, that has got, it's got a walking stick on it. And there's also a whole bunch of items. There's a large piece of worn and wrinkled fabric that's open. And on that rests a half full penny box of wooden matches, as well as small pieces of soap, a tin cup, a screwdriver, a can opener, a jackknife, and the stub of a candle.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Jesse?
Probably not. It's never usually the case. Something about, what was it, from ass to mouth or whatever it was? So I don't know.
It's lunchtime, but let's have it outside. What do you think?
Okay.
Well,
Or maybe later.
can you both roll an intelligence check?
Yep, that's at the top there. It's a fail from Jessie. 90 versus
Dr.
60.
Valena Jones. Remembers Mrs. Timmons, his primary school teacher? She said, "Be smart, Nevada, you son of a..." And that stuck with him.
It all comes home. Mrs. Timmons' advice finally kicks in. And you conclude that this is an unwrapped bindle.
Look at this walking stick. It's got the fabric, got all of items, travels from place to place. Here, abandoned house, fireplace already prepped. Someone's just walked in here and claimed it.
Do you think...
At least one hobo has stayed here within the last day.
Do you think they've do you think these footprints are like they heard us coming, like literally as we were unlocking the door?
I'd say so. Like traveling gentlemen, I think is what we found here. Quick, let's check downstairs. And Dr. Nevada Jones is going to subtly pull out his handgun.
Okay.
Come on.
The footprints, aren't the footprints heading out the back door though?
Well, they go in and out.
Oh, right.
They're all around here, but definitely looks like, they're muddiest from the door.
Yeah. Well, Jesse's excited. He grabs
mud in.
He grabs the baseball bat that he'd put down on like the table. But he's searching around the floors for any sign of any old abandoned like pentagram. He's like, just, because he's got this idea in his mind of this journal. He's like, if it's not here, then it's probably downstairs.
Roll a spot hidden.
Okay.
It was something like 50 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's been abandoned. 73 versus 50 is a fail. Okay. He's going to follow Nevada downstairs.
You don't see one.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are going downstairs.
Yep.
Yeah, if we're going to die, we might as well make it tonight.
Hey, come out. Like, we know you're here, mate.
Okay, so Nevada goes down the stairs. Jesse's close behind or hanging back?
No, he's close behind, baseball bat in hand.
Okay, can you roll, Nevada, a spot hidden?
Definitely. Hard success.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. That means that I don't get a bonus die. Oh, 15. Okay, so because you see a figure jerkily move from the shadowed corner, rushing towards you as you go down the steps. Oh, you've got to shoot him. And a wild-eyed figure smashes at you with a what looks to be a torn-off table leg. Smacks you right in the fucking head. It's a surprise attack.
Whoa.
You gonna take 1d4 damage. Can you roll that?
I certainly can. 4. Like, he's going to lean into it a bit as he goes down the stairs. Whoa!
Your face goes into it. Smack! Just as it's about to hit, you see these wild eyes of this man. He's a bearded man, big crazy eyes. He's wearing a floppy hat and like a checkered shirt that looks all grubby and shit, and just smacks you in the face and screams. Pushes you out of the way and attempts to run up the stairs there, up past you, Jessie.
Yeah, like I think the moment he hears the smack into Nevada's face, he prepares he like gets a good hold on the baseball bat, and he's like starting to get like his heart rate is bumping, and he sees this figure coming up the stairs, and he's just gonna like swing into the guy's like sternum, just crack.
Oh, okay. This crazy man swings for you as well at the same time.
Oh,
If
shit.
he sees you swinging. So you roll your brawl. I'll roll my brawl. If you get a success and he gets a success, then you will win.
Okay. I got an extreme success, 9 versus 60.
Oh my god. Okay, so he's got a 45. Oh, 26. That's not an extreme success, is it?
No, what's the rule on that? It has to be like a fifth of it or
A
something.
fifth.
Right? Yeah.
Fifth of 45.
It says
You're the mathematician.
yeah, about 9, right? He'd have to get 9 or higher.
Carry the 9.
All right, so that's a you. You twonk him right in the head with your baseball bat. So roll a d4.
D4. That's 2.
Okay, so he takes 2 damage. Where is this? Okay.
My unarmed is for some reason a 1d3 plus a d6 for damage. That's insane. That's got to be wrong.
Oh, that's yeah. Well, are you very strong?
Right? The bat's,
Yeah, I've got a
blowing you
strength of
down.
70. So pretty strong.
Oh, what is your? Do you have anything that says how much your damage with a baseball bat does?
I haven't. I wasn't sure how to add that in.
Oh, I was just assuming it was a d4.
Let's have a look quickly at the. I'm just trying to see. There's a club, like a
Yeah.
we go baseball. It's a 1d8 plus DB, so damage bonus. So 1d8 plus a damage bonus, whatever the damage bonus is. Damage bonus. Do I have that written somewhere? So it's a D8. It's a minimum D8 anyway.
Roll a d8, and because you're so strong,
It's like an 8. I rolled an 8.
you rolled an 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you smack him so hard that he goes flying down the stairs
Yeah.
that he was just running up. So he's screaming on the way up and silent on the way down. And you see him like roll back poof, 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 over the body of Nevada.
Am I on the ground?
Yes, yep. Well, you're just feeling your the egg rising on your forehead there from being hit with a table leg.
Jesse, get him again!
Jesse's just going to run down the stairs and sort of stand over this guy with the baseball bat. Before saying or doing anything, he's just going to check to see if he's moving or alive.
He's twitching.
He's twitching.
He's definitely twitching. He's
He's just gonna shout out, "Stay down! Stay down!"
well, okay. He for some reason a little bit of madness seems to disappear from his eyes, and he locks eyes with you, and seems to get a little bit of sense. His breathing slows. You man, you're a man.
And I'm just gonna put the change the baseball bat from being like in my grip just to have like one end of it holding him down, just pushing it down. So he just like, I need you to stay down.
Stop hitting me.
Nevada's gonna see if he can kick him from where he is, lying on the ground.
Well, you definitely can. If you like to.
Nevada will totally boot this man.
Okay. Will you get a bonus die for that one?
Do I click unarmed or something?
Yeah. And you'll get to roll an extra D10 or however you want to do it.
Versus
for the bonus
0. Okay. I think you
So I
meant to
clicked the
just.
wrong button?
I think you meant to just hit brawl. I think.
Oh, roll brawl.
Roll pro.
Just do brawl.
Okay. Hey.
Success.
All right. You son of a bitch! And just kick from where he is lying on the ground. And did you say roll an extra D something?
D4 for damage.
Oh God.
You're trying to do damage, I assume you are.
Yeah. 3.
3. Okay. Some of his teeth fall out.
That's pretty good for kicking him in the leg as well. That's great.
I think they were like loosened by this fucking almighty baseball bat on the way down. Some blood dribbles out of the corner of his mouth and his ears. His eyes wiggle around wildly as he crawls into a fetal position. Oh, don't hurt old Jake.
Jessie, kick his ass.
No, he's down. He's just sit down, Nevada. Yeah, that looks horrible. Take a seat. Sit down on the steps or something. And he's just going to keep the baseball bat pinning against Jake. He's like, "What are you doing here? What's going on, Jake? Tell me what's going on."
Can you both roll a psychology roll?
Whee! Failure.
Hard success, 16 versus 50.
Okay, with your psychology skills, you determine that he is in shock.
Okay.
And not just from being hit so incredibly hard with a baseball bat in the face and being kicked. But you're acting to calm him down. He does seem to calm down a little bit. Yeah. I'm
just going to kick the table leg out of his hand if it's still near him, just to make sure there's like nothing he can.
Yeah, it looks like all the fight's gone out of him.
Okay, what else is down here?
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff down here.
Okay.
I'll just get you to roll psychoanalysis.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh shit.
I might as well not roll it. I have to literally roll a 1, so that's a failure from me.
And how about you?
Oh,
Nevada,
to be hard success. Failure. 28 this.
Okay. You are able to calm him down a little bit. And were you talking to him, or?
Yeah, I'm just trying to obviously we've kicked the chair leg away. I've just told him to just stay on the ground. I'm just going to need you to calm down so we can talk to you, Jake. I want to figure out why you're here. What's going on?
Nevada's going to aim his handgun at him as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I didn't know you had a handgun. Oh, you do. I knew you had bullets, but not a handgun. All right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It looks like a hand too, which makes it really easy.
It's literally a handgun.
Okay, so yeah, he's looking a little less wild, and he's like, folks call me Red Jake. Look, where'd you come from?
Doesn't matter.
We gotta get out of here.
Well, if you had to get out of here, why are you here, Jake?
Well, I slept here the other night, and there was all these horrible smells and sounds.
You're a drug dealer, aren't you, Jake?
Oh no way. Wait, are you?
Oh, I've got a sore head. That's what I've got. Now, where'd you put the woman? Where'd you put
what woman?
Where did you put the woman?
I ain't seen a woman. Look, it's just me here. Just look, I'm trying to get back to California, see my family. I've been wandering since the Great Wars.
Trying to get back to your lies. Where's the woman? And Nevada's going to stand up and push the gun closer to his head.
Okay.
Where?
I ain't seen a woman. That's what, he looks scared shitless. He's got a gun pointed to his head. And he's looking a little bit more crazy by the minute.
And yeah, Jesse's going to like just push, sort of guide Nevada's arm away so it's not pointing directly towards Jake. Jake, you've picked a horrible place to spend the night.
Oh, tell me about it.
What happened?
I gotta get out of here.
What happened last night? And what happened with Maggie?
Well, who's Maggie?
The woman.
Just what happened last night? What happened last night?
Oh,
Let's start
last
there.
night. Last night. Let me think of my thoughts. I don't. What time is it now?
It's like 1 o'clock, I think. It's 1 in the afternoon.
Afternoon. Yeah, about. Well, last night I thought I'd bed down in this freaky house. It seemed all right at the time, and had some beans. And laid down by the fire, and these I smelled some really nice smells coming from the ceiling. I was gonna go up there, but then I smelled some really bad stuff coming out, and some really strange sounds. It just put the willies up me. There must have been something up there. I just couldn't stay in the house any longer, so I went outside, and within an instant, there's this piercing scream from behind me. Yeah, like I never heard anything like it before. It came straight at me, and I ran towards the trees. I looked behind me, and there was something like moving, like this, but you couldn't see it. It was like some leaves or some shit coming straight at me, and I knew it was something there. It's like a monster or something. It's gonna kill me just as it was about to get me. It was on top of me. I could feel it, but I couldn't see it, and it skidded off to the trees. It was like it heard something and went. Thank goodness. If it didn't get distracted, I know I would have been dead meat right there. So I had slept under a tree all night, and it was really cold, and I was just coming back in to get my stuff when boom, I hear you guys coming into the house, so I hid in the cellar.
What distracted it, Jake?
Oh, heck if I know. Went off to the trees in the east.
What do you think, Jesse? Should we just kill this guy?
No, what do you mean kill this guy?
He obviously took.
You're just annoyed you've got to... Well, you've obviously... It's bleeding. Yeah, it is bleeding. It is actually... That's fair.
Maybe we hit him again.
No, we're not going to hit him again. He's okay. I think I did more damage to him.
Do you believe them?
I think I did more damage to him than he did to you, to be fair.
Woman goes missing. This piece of shit appears out of nowhere the same day.
Well, we're not going to let him go anywhere until we figure out
I gotta go. Because I ain't staying here. And you shouldn't either. We gotta get out of here. Come with me. We'll go find a nice hut somewhere else. Have some beans. I got half a candle.
Have you been into the barn, Jake?
No.
So you're telling me you've just stumbled upon this place. You've only checked out the house this one night, and you haven't checked out the barn, and there was some crazy invisible spirit thing.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, Jesse. Piece of shit is talking.
Why don't you show us where this thing went off to after it got distracted?
Yeah, all right. But I ain't going over there.
I think you'll come along with us just so we can see what's going on.
Mr.
Look,
38
Red
Special
Jake
says
never
please.
did no harm to nobody.
Well,
even in the war, even when I tried to, I couldn't hit nothing. So
Well, you just hit
Look.
someone today, Jake.
Yeah.
when?
Your story's unraveling.
What do
How
you mean
about
when?
this?
Do you
Go
look
to
at
the barn.
look at Nevada? Look at his head.
Look, it's bleeding.
Like I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
How about this, Jesse? I'll aim my Mr. 38 Special at this man. You open the barn up, you call out when the woman is free, and then we can get the authorities to figure him out. What do you think?
Yeah, Jake. Why don't you come with us? We're gonna take a look outside.
All right, I'm getting out of here. Let's go. Let's go. You follow me. Let's get out. Red Jake showed away.
All right.
Yeah, and the whole time Nevada's just going to keep his pistol aimed right at him.
I don't know if we want to describe the entirety of the room, but again, Jesse's keeping an eye out for like
Are
any
you going to
signs of that.
spend some time looking around, or are you leaving?
It's going to be a real cursory look, I think, just to take in
Yeah, okay,
anything
so
that's
there's some
obvious.
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
So
Just in the corner. Doesn't even need a spot
There's
hidden.
it's quite dark down here. That's why you didn't really spot old Red Jake. So some light filters down through the cracks in the floorboards, which above is already pretty dark. You can't see clearly.
Okay.
You're going to need some sort of light to look around.
Okay. No, all good.
All right, Jake. To the barn. Untie the woman. We take you back to town, and we go. Okay? Try and run away, and you won't make it.
Yeah. Red Jake understands. You're crazy. I understand.
To be fair, he is a little crazy, to be honest, Jake. He just had his head smacked in, so...
Poor guy.
Okay, let's why don't you just show me where this tussle went down and where this thing got distracted.
All right. So I went out the back door. I'll move you guys down to the back door there.
Yeah.
And you. So he shows you out the northwest door. This is where you can see the barn to your north, an old worn-out barn. There's a collapsed lean-to, which is just where they used to keep wood, but it just was some wet wood there at the moment. And to the northwest is an old privy. If you need to use the commode. Red Jake wildly sort of points off to the east. See over there, that tree line? Well, I came out of here, and that thing chased me out of the house. I don't know where it came from. I just hear it swooping in, and I ran past the house towards the grass there. I got out maybe what are they measuring? 30 feet, 50 feet out here into the grass, and that's where it got me. And then it ran off. Well, it swooped off like the wind to the east. These trees, you can see them over there.
Are there any tracks on the ground to sort of prove what he's saying?
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden. Is it going to roll? Here we go. It is a success. 34 versus 50.
There is, there's tracks where you can see where boots would have run, and then like a flattened out grass where he would have fallen over. But there's nothing heading off to the trees.
Just one set of boots as well. There's no other feet marks.
Yeah, what you can tell. Yeah. there's nothing like a monster, let's say, or
even just like a second
different
set
Loch
of
Ness.
yeah, even just a second set of footprints or anything like that.
yeah, it looks like someone's walked this way and then back, and then that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Jake, open up this. Jessie, maybe you open the barn doors. Let her out. Let Maggie out, and you just stay right there, Jake.
Jesse's gonna walk over.
All right.
Jesse's gonna walk over to the barn. He wants to listen out just to see if he can hear anything coming from the barn. He's just gonna be saying to Jake, it's like, I think something went down out here, Jake. Obviously, there's some tracks here, but something's not adding up. Something's not adding up at all for me. And he's just gonna listen out at the door of this barn. He's not very good at listening, so let's see how this goes. That
You a
is
good listener.
no.
Maggie,
Damn it! 33 versus 20. That's a fail.
come out of the barn, Maggie.
That's a fail. Okay, so you don't hear nothing from the barn.
He's gonna grab the baseball bat with his right arm, and he's gonna try and try and maneuver the barn door with his other arm. Whether it's a pull door or a push door, I'm not sure. He's gonna just like try and pull the door open to reveal whatever the inside of this barn is like.
Yeah, it's 2 giant doors, barn doors.
Yeah.
You even be able to shoot them. So you open them up and it's full of a lot of stuff. You can't see anybody in there. It doesn't look like anyone's in there from where you're standing. You can go in, but it looks treacherous.
Okay. As in, it looks like things can
whole
fall
bunch of crap
over.
to climb over.
Yeah, right. And he's just going to call out, Maggie! Maggie, are you in there?
You don't even hear a bird or a mouse or anything.
And Jessie just like sits with that silence for a bit before turning back to Nevada. I don't think she's in there now.
Okay, this went sour real fast, Jake.
Nevada, where you're standing, you can see in a patch of grass next to the house some sort of dead animal. Looks like a large raccoon.
Okay. Jessie's going to look over to see that and then look back at Red Jake. Jake. Why'd you do it, mate? Jessie, get the rope from the porch and let's tie this guy up. He's not safe to be around this desolate countryside. And you, sir, and he's going to cock the hammer on his pistol. Do not move.
All right, I ain't going nowhere.
Jessie just
Don't
takes.
shoot me.
Jessie sort of looks off to the tree line. What can he see out towards the east?
Bunch of trees.
There's nothing more than just some trees.
It's a field that goes across for untended grass, long grass, and a tree line. It's a bit of a small forest.
I feel like there should be like an intuition kind of roll, but I don't think that's a thing. Just to see how he feels about just looking out towards the trees. I think there's
The whole place feels weird.
Yeah, and I think the story of this thing being locked in the attic and all the stuff in the journal talking about this Djinn, and now this thing that's like swooped off to the east is east towards the town, or I'm trying to think where that we went north and then turned left. So east.
It doesn't really make sense, does it? That's probably not actually east. Technically, it's probably west.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would. Yeah. But you're out. It's more pointing towards a farm or something.
Sure.
There's multiple farms around.
Jesse's
run
gonna
down farms.
Jesse's gonna walk back to get the rope, grabs it off the porch, and starts heading back to Nevada when he passes that well again. And he's just gonna look down into that well, and he's just going to say, Maggie? Just not calling out, but just
What?
just worried that maybe if Jake is like disposed of or put it down there or something. So he's just sort of like quietly and just seeing if there's any response before walking back to Nevada.
You don't hear any sounds from the well.
Okay. Returns to Nevada with the rope. What are we going to do with him?
All right. Let's tie his feet first.
Mm-hmm.
And then his hands, then his mouth.
With the rope. Just his lips.
Right.
Just tie his lips together.
You just...
Oh, that makes way more sense than like squeezing his lips closed.
Jessie, like I keep telling you, the lips, like it's not natural to do that. And then we're gonna have to get the constable, and he's gonna spend the rest of his life in a cold cell because. Okay, I won't try and get worked up. Okay, just sit down, and then lie down, face down on the dirt.
Should we take him back inside?
No, just get me out of here. I ain't going back in there.
We'll get you out of here once you've tied up.
Just give me my stuff and let me go.
Well, we can't let you go until we know what's happened with Maggie. Okay, last night.
I ain't heard of no Maggie.
Were you telling me that just a big coincidence that a woman went missing last night? The same night that some hobo comes and messes and like crashes.
What do you get against
property.
hobos?
Well,
It never hurts anybody. You never do. Not even in the war. No violence in the war. My noggin says otherwise. Jesse, what do you think?
Like I said, something's not adding up, and he's gonna start tying his feet with the rope.
Okay, you tie up poor old Red Jake. I've added on poor old there just to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tie him up. Tie up his feet. Tie up whatever you want. Are you securely tying him?
Yeah, his hands
behind his back.
Yeah.
And then tie his hands to his feet.
We're doing that.
Hog tie.
But I'm gonna.
He'd be like, "Look, I'll tie myself. Don't bother."
No, we don't trust you, Jake. You damn near killed me.
Yeah.
Shut your face.
You tie him up. He's securely tied, hog tied even.
I'm just gonna put his gun into his holster under his jacket. Oh,
under Red Jake's jacket.
Yeah.
Here you go, Red Jake.
Thanks, Red Jake. Jesse, you did a stellar job there. I nearly lost my cool, my friend. I think we've solved the case.
I'm worried that he's left the body in the trees.
Over there's a bit of blood in the water, and those long grass. And Nevada's going to point over towards the body of the raccoon. I think it might be too late for old Miss McPherson, or like he's been here a while. Like it hasn't been one night. He's obviously very violent. He's come into town. It's nah. So I think
I'm just gonna take a quick look just at the. I'm not gonna go into the trees. I'm just gonna go to the edge of that tree line and just see if there's anything I can see. Okay.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna watch this scum.
Take him back inside and see if you can find any more information or details in there.
I was thinking of pushing him down the well, but
don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Do that. Let's let the constable do that. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think the SEU takes kindly to like murder. I was going to say manslaughter, but no, it would just be murder. It would just be murder.
You see, that's why.
Well, he was coming at me. He was tied up. Yeah, but like he was wiggling at me. All right. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so Jesse, move your token, please, over to where you're going.
He's just going to follow directly out to where Jake pointed, basically.
Sure, yeah. You head towards the tree line. And you can see, it's a You see a lot of tree trunks. It's a wooded trees, shadowy under there. Some dim light is filtering through the tops of the trees, and you're scanning around, and your eyes fall upon what looks like a bundle of something, like you're not quite sure what, like a sack or something like that. Yeah, get a little bit closer and you can see there's it's not a sack, there's some legs, women's legs.
He just feels instantly sick.
It's a dress and some arms. Yeah, that's dead woman. Can you roll sanity roll?
I can. Sanity. 33 versus 47, that is a success.
All right. You still lose 1 sanity point for this.
Okay.
Which causes you to violently vomit as you see the fresh but definitely dead body of middle-aged woman lying in the forest.
I think
trees.
What Nevada hears as he's sort of making his way back to the house with Jake is just like this gasp, followed just by this violent throwing up.
Oh, Jessie! Jessie!
Nevada, he kind of shouts out with like a bit of a broken voice.
Nevada's going to run over, draw his pistol as he's running across. Jessie, what is it?
And he's walking back away from the tree line, just shaking his head, pointing back into the tree line. I think I found Maggie.
That son of a bitch. And Nevada's going to gaze over there just enough to confirm. Oh. Come on. And he's going to take Jessie by the shoulder and take him back over across the field.
Did we want to just sort of confirm, like, we got some details from the general store clerk about like what she looked like and stuff. Are we able to does it match what we were told from?
She's lying on her stomach, and I'm assuming you haven't got closer than 20 feet.
Yeah. Okay. So on the walk back, he's still just like spitting down into the grass as he's walking. Do we deliver? I think we just take Jake to the police. Do we get the police out here? This is what I was saying. If something goes down, we need to get them involved, right?
Do we split up? I can watch Jake. Make sure that tree line area is undisturbed. You run into town, get the constable, come back. You could be back before 4 o'clock this afternoon. We can wrap this whole thing up. What do you think?
It's just like eyeing up Jake.
Or we could cut his foot manacles. We could walk him to town. But then we're going to leave this crime scene unattended. Now, I'm not going to be in this game forever in this SEU. Jessie, you've made some brilliant calls today. Happy for you to take the lead on this one.
Jessie, I think, is just trying to catch his breath. And he says, I'm just going to get as much information as I can from the body before I head into town. Just so I can detail it with as much as I can.
Yeah. Take your time. Like, first time I saw, like, I've got some, I should have had some whiskey, but, it was one of those mornings. Next time you're at my house, you can totally have some, my good whiskey.
But... pulls a little handkerchief out of his hand and just puts it over his mouth and nose as he heads back to the tree line. He doesn't want to disturb the crime scene at all. He's going to try and keep his distance, and he's just going to be like leaning down, crouching down to see if he can find any cause of death. But without
Dr. Nevada Jones, did you see the body?
I saw the body from a distance to know it was a woman's body, but I didn't go closer and analyze.
Okay, but that does... I didn't realize you're going over to look. Yeah, that's definitely a sanity roll that you're going to have to do.
Sure. Success.
Okay.
Down to 49. Double click it.
Yes, you lose one. You've got a delayed sense after talking. You start to really sinks in that there's actually been a murder taking place, and you start to giggle, uncontrollably giggle about it. But you don't find it funny. You just for a moment.
And I think Jesse hears the giggling as he's walking, but he just thinks that Nevada is like crying. He just hears it.
It's very similar.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jesse is just sort of crouching down. He's not going to touch the body. He's not going to try and turn it over or anything like that. He doesn't. Okay. He feels like the identity doesn't matter because a dead body's a dead body. That's a bad thing no matter what, right? So he's trying to see what he can make out without disturbing the body.
Well,
like, is there a lot of blood? Is there? Yeah. So is there blood that's pooling underneath?
So there is blood has soaked out of. A large amount of blood is soaked out. She's lying on her front, face down, can't see any features. Hair is matted in the wet undergrowth, and there's a large pool of blood that is spread out.
Has it
coming from her chest?
From her chest, okay. Is there any sort of damage to her back? Like, is there any wounds or scratches or tears to her clothing?
There are some scratches, but nothing major.
Okay.
You know, there's torn clothes around the dress, but you can't see any major wounds, but you must assume that there is one because there's so much blood coming from underneath her. Okay,
and the last thing he's going to sort of check for is... So obviously he's not going to see like he can't see features, so he can't confirm if it's Maggie or not, but he's assuming it is. He's just going to take a quick sort of look around to see if there's any sort of weaponry around. Again, he's just going to do a cursory look. He doesn't want to try to disturb anything.
You can do a spot hidden if you like.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. 33 versus 50. That's a success.
You don't see any weapons. No.
Okay. All right. I think Jesse's happy to head back to Nevada. And he's just giving Jake just the filthiest of looks. He said, okay, you hold this place down. I'll go back into the town. I'll get the officer and be back here as quickly as I can.
Thank you, Jesse. Well, I'll keep this place under lock until you get back.
Cool. And he starts walking towards the end of the road, into the driveway, and just starts running. It's like jogging. He wants to get there.
Okay. All right. So you jog the 2 miles, and you quite fit, aren't you?
Yeah. Do we have a fitness? I've got strength is good.
Strength.
Yeah, 70.
Yep. So before long, you reach the town of Ross's Corner, and you are tired, you're painting. You've had a lot of time to think, but maybe you're trying not to think, and you arrive at the town. You see the police station or the police hut. Is that where you're going?
Yeah, he's going straight into there, and he's got his hands on his knees, and he's like, "There's been a murder. We've found a body."
Whoa! What are you talking about?
On
body?
On Boone Road, and he's just going to detail the description of what he saw, like what the girl was wearing, and where the body was found. There's lots of blood. But I didn't touch anything. But we think we've got the culprit. We've kept him tied up.
Oh, the criminal?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, come with me. Show me where you found the body. And he leads you to his police car. So the police officer is in his 40s. And he looks like he's been on the job for a long time. Just a amicable guy, I suppose you would say, with a large mustache. But he's moving into action really quick. Get in the car. And only takes a few minutes, and you arrive back at the farmhouse. And he jams on the brakes, and the car slides to a stop next to the well.
Officer,
See this body.
over here.
All right.
Is Jake okay? What did Nevada and Jake get up to?
Jake is missing.
Jake's down the well.
Mess near the well.
Yeah.
The house is burnt down. He's made a crown out of his internal organs. Nevada's looking pretty spent, like he's been there for like 6 hours, even though it hasn't been that long. He's used a bit of his clothing to mat up some of the bleeding on his head.
Okay, so he's got like a strip of cloth around his head.
Yeah.
You been injured?
Yeah, this piece of scum right here. And over by the old... Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, okay, he walks over and says, this is a suspect?
We believe so, yeah. He's like missing his teeth.
He tried to take us out, both of us, and, you can see what he's done already in the forest.
All right. He did a good job at tying him up. What's your name? And he starts writing down your names and details. Jessie.
Yeah, Jessie
a
Williams.
doctor. Well,
that's right. Yeah, we got to do that sometimes.
And what's your name there on the ground there? Red Jake. Okay. Red Jake. And tell me about where you found the body. I'll be back, Red Jake, and we've got some questions for you.
Jesse's going to sort of take the officer over. He was saying some crazy stuff about being attacked by some kind of, if you believe this, some sort of ghost. So he's claiming that he doesn't know who Maggie is, if that is who is.
A likely story. Okay, so the cop gets over to the body and walks around it, takes some notes, and you can see he looks defeated. So, oh, God, I recognize Maggie. Known her for years, since she was a kid. All right, he rolls over her body and sees her face, and you hear a sharp intake of breath, and he steps back. And you can see that there's a large gaping hole where her chest should be. Dear God. And it looks like her ribcage has been ripped open.
Whoa.
The heck could have done this? Looks like he crouches down and starts to have a good look. And I'll be. Her heart's missing. And we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice cliffhanger. That's awesome.
Nevada's just eating on a heart sandwich.
You were gone a while. I don't know. Had to eat something.
You see, we had to take lunch.
But he's made some bread out of the flour.
Yeah, I got a lot of flour. Dust it with a bit of chalk.
Yeah. That was awesome. That was super cool.
So good.
I'm amazed we haven't died, so that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also amazed Jake didn't die. I thought he was thought he was dead after that hit.
Yeah, not too far away.
No.
I would say.
Yeah, because I think I've got total of 13 hit points. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I half died in that single hit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I only had 9 max, and I lost 4.
Okay, so you definitely die next session. Great. Is there like
because if you lose half or something, you get a major wound, I think.
Yeah. I wonder if that's half rounded down or half rounded up. Because if he's on 9 max,
5 out of 9 is still
I'd say you'd have to get a 5 or something.
Now with D&D, right, you level up and you get like extra hit points. You don't get that in Call of Cthulhu?
I don't think so.
I think you mentioned you have to do like strength training or go to the gym for a few months.
Right.
Like that, right?
There's downtime, so you can learn different skills. Like if you want to become, you can go to, say, I spent my 3 months learning this skill, and you might get a chance to roll an extra bonus to see if you level up. I'm sure you can do the same thing for hit points, but I forget.
Okay, cool. Well, that was awesome.
Well done on not dying.
Yeah. I honestly thought it was going to happen. What I'll do before
At one point.
I'm just bringing up some details. I just want to thank our people who make this all possible. I'm just bringing up a list of names.
Shannon. Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon, for making this possible. We'll say a big thank you to Andrew Evans, Cappuccino, Lyndon Hood, John, Squish, Drop Shadow, QSD, George, Friend, and The Foolish Fool. Thank you guys so much for the just constant support. It's so good. Absolutely loving it. Even when we take breaks that are way too long and barely play anymore. So, but hopefully by the time we wrap this up, we'll be back in Caldera and being able to wrap up that story. I don't really know how far in you guys are with Caldera yet. I think I've got a bit of a feeling, but I also don't want to spoil how far in I think you guys are either. Yeah. But I'm excited to get back into that. It's been way too long since we've been there.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks again, Shannon. Thank you so much. Do you think there's one more session in it, or do you think there could be 2 more?
Must be 1.
Okay.
Jake just has to stand up and we're gone.
Yeah. It'll be Jake and the police officer leave, and then we get our hearts ripped out of our bodies, and that's great. That's the end of the. That's it. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, we'll be back next week to finish it off then, I guess. I'm going to call it here. I'm actually super tired, so I'm going to call it here and just go to bed.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right. See everybody.
Bye, Internet.
Bye-bye.
Pretty much.